This radio telescope scans the universe for extraterrestrial intelligence. Who or what sent this unexplained signal? Is this image of a face on the surface of Mars a cry for help from a dying planet? Was this woman abducted by aliens and used as a guinea pig for their medical experiments? Mysteries from the files of Arthur C. Clarke, author of 2001 and inventor of the communications satellite. Now in retreat in Sri Lanka, he ponders the riddles of this and other worlds.
I'm helping to launch a new Japanese TV channel. From my back garden, my contribution is being beamed thousands of miles to Japan thanks to tons of satellite equipment crammed on my roof. But it won't stop there. All our radio and TV travels onwards to the far corners of the universe. It's an extraordinary thought that intelligent beings may be watching us out there. But much weirder is the claim that aliens have come to Earth and are abducting human beings for peculiar scientific experiments.
Howard and Connie Menger became famous throughout America after claiming they'd been chosen by aliens who wanted to know more about life on our planet. They say that in the 1950s, the area near their home became an intergalactic meeting place. According to the Mengers, flying saucers brought numerous unearthly visitors who were able to materialize or vanish at will. They even took Howard with them on journeys through the solar system. Ever since, Howard has tried to discover the secrets of their spacecraft in the workshop at his home.
This is a poor, low-grade model of an Earthman who built this trying to simulate what they have. Let me put it this way. This is what you'd call a Model T Ford as compared to their Rolls-Royce. The walls are luminescent. There is a circular panel of men sitting around watching what we call television, but their monitors, they're far beyond us. The women were about 5'6". The men ranged over 6 feet, very similar to us. They all had long hair, mostly blonde. The women were beautiful. They had a glow about them. They were angelic. I keep saying angels because I think they were angels. What made me so sure they were aliens? I think because they came down in a craft unknown to this planet. They cancel out gravity. It's not a jet, it's not gasoline, it's not explosive in any way. It's canceling out gravity. It's an anti-gravity machine. It could even be a time machine. They could be time travelers. They're way ahead of us.
Howard's experiments progress from launching simple rings to powering model spaceships.
Well, people were saying, how come the ring goes up and comes right back down again? He says, can't you do something to keep it up there and flying around the room? So I did. But the trouble with flying around the room, it would hit you in the head and it's no control, and the first model broke against the ceiling. So I built this and I tethered it down, and I had a wooden guide to keep it going where I want it, not where it wants to go. And here's a good example of it going up and staying up. A lot of power there. See, it wants to take this up with it. But I believe within the next 10 years we'll be on Mars and we'll be going other places. There'll be a movable space station, and we'll be getting technology in that would be fantastic to people of today.
Betty Hill claims she and her husband Barney were abducted while driving through New Hampshire in 1961. Her full story was only revealed when she was hypnotised. She said a spacecraft blocked the road in front of them. She and Barney were taken aboard by its crew of aliens.
There was one person there who spoke English in a very limited way, who kept trying to reassure us that no harm was going to come to us. They just wanted to do some simple tests. Both of our exams were very similar in most parts, and that they were very interested in our eyes, ears, nose, throat. They took scrapings of our skin, sample of our hair, and are interested in our feet. Then with me, they did what they called testing my nervous system, and he tried to insert a needle-like instrument into my navel, which he called a pregnancy test, and it caused pain, so they stopped doing it. They did not all look alike. They ranged in height, probably 4 to 5 feet. As far as appearance, they had no hair and no protruding part of the ear. They had large eyes, small nose, thin slit for a mouth. They were all basically dressed alike in a one-piece dark outfit, but some were wearing jackets, but not all of them. Some were wearing caps, but not all of them. If you've been abducted, you know something unusual has happened, you go to the police. Every real abduction I've worked with has gone directly to the police within 5 hours. And not only that, these people who think they've been abducted and haven't, on real abductions, they always take some possession belonging to the person. About 6 weeks after our abduction, Bonnie and I came home one night, and on the kitchen table was a pile of dry leaves and my blue earrings I was wearing that night. So we knew, they knew where we lived.
At Harvard University, psychiatry professor John Mack records and analyses abduction stories. To help his subjects recall their experiences, he uses hypnosis.
Let your body relax, just sink inside. What particularly worries you?
I'm right on the edge of what I'm going to remember, and what I'm going to see, and
what persuaded me that I was dealing with something of extraordinary importance here is the degree to which the experiences or the experiencers share so much in common in what they report has happened to them. And it goes something like this. The person is in their home, bedroom, in a car, in a schoolyard in the case of children. They will hear a humming or experience a very bright light, which emanates sometimes from a UFO, which they may see. They feel paralyzed by it. They may see one or more small gray beings with large eyes or more luminous beings. They're shocked by this. They don't believe it. There's a drawing here, which was made by one of the people that I've worked with. They're 3.5 to 4 feet tall. They have these large pear-shaped heads, these huge black eyes, which is the most compelling feature, just little slits for nostrils, tiny hint of a mouth, no ears, no hair, wearing a single garment, a tunic, communicating telepathically. Inside the ship, they are gazed at by these beings. They are probed with instruments which are very similar among the different abductees, but not similar to any medical surgical tools that we have here on Earth. Skin scrapings taken, eggs taken from the women, sperm from the men. This they report.
Under hypnosis,